What's up, guys? It's Austin with Valhalla Toys. So Hasbro is pushing us closer to a $30 basic ass action figure. So let's talk about some price comparisons, where your money may be better spent, what that means for the consumer, and how that's going to hurt small business like us. So let's get to it. All right, so as always, I got my rays with me. Grab some rays, fuel your next toy hunt. I love it. If you use our link below, you're going to get 15% off almost everything on their site. So place your order with rays. Today, what do I have? I've got some kind of Baja Lime action. It's actually my second favorite in the line, but whatever. It's not why we're here today. So Hasbro, as many of you may or may not know, is raising their prices, has already raised their prices on their basic ass action figures like this. Now don't get me wrong, I love the Black Series, especially Phase 1. You know, those are my favorites. Some of those I'm holding on to for a while. But, I mean, for this guy, now imagine $26.99, $25.99 for this guy. Well, it's becoming common. It's already happening. We have gotten notifications from our distributor that Hasbro is retroactively increasing the prices on things that we ordered, or I should say pre-ordered, up to a year ago. And we'll show you a couple of emails here. It's on Marvel Legends. It's happened on the Black Series. Essentially across the board, we're getting, you know, about $2 to $3 price increase, and that's per figure. Now, we're all used to kind of seeing hang around $19.99 or so, you know, when they first come out. But this is going to cause companies, we've already seen it, go on Entertainment Earth's website, Big Bad Toy Store, other places, like the new Odin, for example, from the Marvel Legends, is doing like something like $26.99. Well, that's because Hasbro added a couple of bucks onto it. And as it trickles down, you know, to small businesses where we have to use distributors and things, you know, they get the price tacked on, then they tack onto that. And then we've got to include shipping, which is usually a couple bucks per figure when all is said and done. So now, before we even get to market, you're talking about us at a cost of about 20 bucks, again, for a basic 6-inch action figure. Now, somehow, McFarlane has been able to produce a bigger, and in my opinion, more detailed, more robust line of DC Multiverse. And as far as I know, unless somebody else has heard some news, I haven't heard anything about price increases from him. Now, I would argue that your money is better spent on the McFarlane product versus Hasbro, which is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood now of $24.99 to $26.99, becoming the standard. So they say it stems from the rise in cost of raw materials. And you can see an article or two here. You know, and that's fine. I get it that prices increase, but the question again becomes, in my opinion, number one is, how is McFarlane able to do this and keep it at the same price while Hasbro is doing this and jacking up the cost? You know, I don't know that a $30 or near $30, I guess I should say, basic action figure is really sustainable. I think that Hasbro is probably, you know, taking advantage of how dedicated toy collectors are. You know, that the toy collecting movement has really grown. I mean, I've been in it for, I don't know, just over a decade now. You know, I was a collector, inbox collector before we started Valhalla Toys. So it's, you know, I don't buy everything from a distributor, obviously, with Target exclusives, Walmart exclusives. You know, we have to go to the same places you guys go and buy it in the same manner. So with Hasbro doing basically across the board price increases, this is going to hurt mainly two groups. And that is, number one, the consumer. So you guys, and it's going to hurt small businesses like us. I mean, do you think we want to have to charge like basically $25 plus for something like this? No, that's insane. I mean, that's crazy talk. Again, I go back to McFarlane, an inch taller, in my opinion, much more detailed. I mean, the box art in comparison is beautiful. I don't know, some of you are saying, well, what does the box art matter? You know, McFarlane did a video recently that broke down basically the pricing of action figures. You know, obviously you're going into size, you're going into level of detail, the amount of paint, you know, but you're also getting into box art. You know, it costs much more to produce something like this than it does something like this. So is Hasbro really doing this because of The increase in raw materials, sure. I'm sure across the board, things are going up. The some say the strength of the dollar has gone down. There is real world inflation going on. It's so it's hitting across various industries. But I don't know that it's sustainable. I mean, who wants to go in the store and pay $26, $27, whatever it's going to be, for something like this? I mean, Target and Walmart, they get the figures much cheaper than we do. Let's be honest, right? I mean, they're ordering tons and tons and tons. Like, we'll never get them for the same price, especially when you start breaking down additional costs, like shipping on top of that and things like that, right? But they are still going to charge, still are charging. Places like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, all these places that are getting better prices than we are still charging that top end price. In some cases, I've seen up to $26.99 for a 6-inch Marvel Legend. Like, I don't know that the quality is there. I don't think the detail is there. I mean, for somebody like me that's an inbox collector, the packaging matters. I mean, this is a much better upgrade, don't get me wrong, from the previous Black Series line. But it's still, as I throw stuff around, you're still not getting this level of quality, even with what I think is ridiculous price increase. So what is this going to do on secondary markets, right? So a lot of people, unfortunately, there are flippers out there. There are people that aren't collectors that are just going and buying all the stuff, and they flip it on eBay or Mercari or wherever. So now we're already starting at 25 plus bucks. That's our starting point. So now for a coveted basic action figure, what are we going to see? At least $50 to $60. Not that we don't see that already, but I think it's become much more commonplace. I mean, and I've said this before in some of my videos, like, I don't have a problem with you putting in the effort, the gas, the time, to go and find these action figures and list them on eBay or Mercari or whatever for a higher price. But I'm talking about like the real sharks out there, the ones that are doing, triple, quadruple, whatever they paid for, when they got it in store. I mean, this is going to drive up, so it's driving up the retail price. It's affecting the consumer directly. It's directly affecting small businesses like ours. And you've got the bigger companies that aren't paying the same price we are, but they're going to charge at the same high end of the chart. So I don't know. I really don't see the quality in nearing a $30 Hasbro basic action figure, especially when you have alternatives. I mean, again, like $19.99. Much better detail. It's a bigger figure, better box art. In my opinion, it's a better figure all around. Then you're getting into, like Diamond Select territory, right? Like we did a video on the John Wick Diamond Select deluxe action figure before. I mean, with this, you've got level of detail. You've got the crate that comes out. Now this runs at about the $40 ballpark, right? So for $15 more on average, we'll say, you can get something with this much detail, something that arguably is as good as or better, the figure itself, than a Hasbro product. We're talking about going up 15 bucks. I mean, you got to start looking at, at this point, are we going to move to quality over quantity as toy collectors, right? As a small business owner, I can tell you that we are going to have to make decisions on what we carry because of the price increase. I mean, again, this isn't something like Hasbro did, said, hey, from this date forward, we're going to start charging this price. No. They went back to stuff that we pre-ordered a year ago, up the price, which caused our distributor to up the price. So it's basically screwing a bunch of people all the way around. So I don't know when this is going to start hitting retail stores, the price increase and everything, but I can tell you it's happening now. Like, we're still waiting on stuff from the Black Series. We're waiting on a couple more of the Legend lines to come in, and we just got notification, boom, price increase. Like, in some cases, $2 a figure. Like, it's nuts to me. I don't think it's good for the toy collecting market. I don't think that Hasbro has the level of detail and quality that warrants nearing a $30 figure. And all around, I feel like they're using the raw material thing widely as an excuse to really go after the toy collector market, knowing that we are dedicated, knowing that we want these things because we like to finish out collections. We like to have the whole line. A lot of us do, right? So it's not going to help any of us in the long run. You know, it helps Hasbro's bottom line, good for them, but deliver a better product. I mean, you know, Mattel really shit the bed on, in my opinion, on their DC multiverse line. McFarlane swooped in, basically the same price point. And in my opinion, did leaps and bounds better, right? You know, I would honestly love to see what McFarlane could do with the Star Wars and Marvel Legends line if they kind of gave him free reign, you know, artistically, creatively, to do what he wants. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, I'm tired of the Batmans, and you know, I hear you. I honestly do. I hear you on that. Like, you know, but there's only so much that McFarlane is allowed to do with the characters, right? He gets definitely a little more creative than Hasbro does with the Marvel Legends line. You know, but I would love to see McFarlane get a hold of the Star Wars licensing or even the Marvel licensing in the future. You know, he delivers a better product. In my opinion, he actually cares about the end consumer more so than Hasbro. You know, and I think he listens to the collector community a lot more. You know, so anyways, that's kind of my rant / news update about Hasbro. I mean, the next price increase is essentially going to take us to a $30 basic action figure. So what is that going to do to you? Are you going to start collecting quality over quantity? Are you going to have to cut back? I know for some people that are really tight on money, this may be a deal breaker. I mean, we're talking about a Marvel Legends line, you know, going up anywhere from $16 to $20, and you're getting the same amount of figures. You're not getting better packaging, you're not getting better quality, you're not getting anything better. It's just costing you more money for the exact same thing. So I am interested to see, you know, what you guys have to say. You know, it's, you know, it affects you, it affects me, it affects our company, and it affects the community as a whole. So drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Would you pay, you know, on the next price increase from Hasbro, would you pay $27.99 out the gate for a basic action figure? I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I love collecting, and you know, I love doing this, but I just don't think Hasbro is worth it. Honestly, I'm gonna look on the personal side. I'm gonna look to invest in higher quality products, things that give me more levels of detail, things that give me better accessories, right? That's what I'm gonna be looking to do. You know, so again, just let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you think Hasbro's taking advantage of the situation, or do you think this is a legitimate reason? You know, or I should say, it's the only reason that they're increasing the price. Of course, when raw materials go up, yeah, it costs everybody around the board. But is it really the only reason that Hasbro is going up so much? And why make it retroactive? I mean, not doing anybody any favors there. You know, it's not helping us bring you lower prices. It's not helping our distributor. You know, even on their retail side, they had to kick the prices up. So, I don't know. Just wanted to get this off my chest. It's been bugging me for a few days now. I don't see the value above about $22 to $23 really in a basic Hasbro figure. I just don't see it. But hey, I could be wrong. Let me know how you guys feel. As always, check us out, ValhallaToyShop.com. Let's say 99.99% of everything we sell on there is near mint to mint. If it's not, we'll let you know, and that's going to be primarily on older figures, vintage figures, things like that. But you know, especially with the newer stuff, you know, stuff that's hot, you know, hot off the truck, or you know, new in the retail world, those are going to be near mint to mint all the time. We're not going to screw you guys over by sending you crushed in corners and massive creasing or anything like that. So, you know, just check us out. Check out our Instagram. We're not on Twitter anymore. Just not loving it. But we are on Facebook, Instagram. We're setting up Telegram. And we'll be looking to bring you guys more videos. So let me know what you think. Thank you for your time, and we'll catch you later.